Join us on heartwarming yet emotional journey of Michael and Kimmy's love story. Michael and Kimmy had known each other for as long as they could remember. Growing up in the bustling city, they spent countless afternoons in the park, running and laughing without a care in the world. Their friendship was simple, pure, and full of light. As the years passed, Michael and Kimmy's bond only grew stronger. They walked home from school together, shared their favorite snacks, and told each other secrets. It was the kind of friendship that felt like it could last forever. By the time they reached high school, something had shifted. Michael began to notice the way Kimmy's laugh made his heart race, and Kimmy found herself thinking about Michael more often. Their friendship was still strong, but there was something more now, a spark they both felt but didn't fully understand. One afternoon, after school, Michael finally worked up the courage to tell Kimmy how he felt. His hands shook as he handed her a small bouquet of flowers. "Kimmy," he began, his voice barely above a whisper, "I like you. More than just as a friend." Kimmy smiled and took Michael's hand. "I like you too, Michael." And just like that, their friendship blossomed into something deeper. They spent their days exploring the city, hand in hand, dreaming of a future that seemed so bright and full of promise. Together, they dreamed of building a life, a home, a family, a future full of love. They talked about the children they would have one day, the places they would travel, and how they would grow old together. It seemed like nothing could stand in their way. But then, life threw them a curveball. During a routine health check, the doctor looked up from the clipboard, his face unusually serious. "You both carry the sickle cell trait," he said, carefully. "If you have children, there's a significant chance they will inherit sickle cell disease." The news hit them like a wave. Neither of them had expected this. The life they had imagined, the children, the family, now seemed full of uncertainty and potential pain. Sickle cell disease wasn't just a minor concern. It was a life of struggle, and they both knew it. Michael found himself walking the street alone that night, the weight of the decision pressing down on him. Could they go on knowing that their children might suffer? Could he risk a life of pain for the ones they hadn't even brought into the world yet? Kimmy wasn't ready to give up. "We can still have a future together," she whispered, her voice breaking. "We don't have to let this stop us. We can face whatever comes, together." But Michael didn't respond, the weight of the decision pulling him in different directions. As Kimmy slept, Michael made his decision. He couldn't risk bringing a child into the world, knowing they might suffer every day. He loved Kimmy, but sometimes love wasn't enough. Sometimes, love meant letting go. Michael finally spoke, his voice barely a whisper. "I can't do this, Kimmy." The words hung in the air like a cloud of sadness. Kimmy's tears fell, but she didn't try to argue. Deep down, she had sensed this was coming. The love they shared couldn't protect them from the reality of what lay ahead. That night, Kimmy cried for hours. She had never imagined that love could hurt so much. She wanted to scream, to fight for Michael, but what could she say? How could she ask him to risk their future child's pain just to hold on to the love they shared? Michael sat in his dark apartment, unable to shake the guilt. He knew he had hurt Kimmy, and he hated himself for it. But in his heart, he believed he had done the right thing. He couldn't let love blind them to the reality of the pain their future child might face. When they told their families, the reactions were mixed. Michael's parents supported his decision, understanding the risks of sickle cell disease. But Kimmy's parents didn't understand. "Why are you throwing this away?" they asked. "Love is supposed to conquer everything." Michael couldn't stop thinking about the weight of his decision. Love wasn't enough to shield their future child from the pain that sickle cell could bring. He couldn't take that risk, no matter how much it hurt to walk away from Kimmy. Kimmy struggled with her new reality. Everywhere she looked, she saw happy couples, families with children, and the future she had imagined with Michael. But now, that future was just a memory, replaced by a painful void she didn't know how to fill. Both Michael and Kimmy began to educate themselves about sickle cell disease. They learned about the risks, the pain, and the lifelong challenges that came with it. It wasn't just about love, it was about making an informed choice, a choice that could change their. Months later, Michael and Kimmy sat together, no longer as lovers but as friends who had faced something bigger than both of them. They talked quietly, reflecting on what they had learned. "It wasn't easy," Michael said softly. "But we made the right choice." Together, they began raising awareness in their community, sharing their story so that others could understand the importance of genotype compatibility. "It's not just about love," Kimmy said. "It's about protecting the future." Michael and Kimmy had walked separate paths, but they had found peace in their decision. They had learned the hard way, but now they hoped others wouldn't have to. Sometimes, the greatest act of love was letting go. Michael and Kimmy's story became a message to others: know your genotype. Protect the ones you love. It wasn't just a medical issue, it was a choice that could change the future for generations to come. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.